Guess I should have plugged my mic in. Look at him lurking. Come on. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Welcome back, everybody. BJ here from BJ Drinks Beer. And I wasn't going to do a stream tonight, but I got out of a wrestling show, amazing show. I'm not going to talk about that tonight. Got out of that. There's a brewery right down the street, so I went there and I was recognized, and it's someone who often watches my streams, and he's like, "Yeah, you should stream tonight," and I was like, "Well, yeah, sure, why not?" Okay, so here I am. I have so much beer to review, and honestly, I should have really streamed earlier in the day. Um, I knew I was going to this show, and now I'm not in the best condition. I've hit 2 breweries already today. It's been a long night. But since I'm here and I was lazy today, I might as well punish myself and drink a few beers and, have a little fun. So, first up, from Obscura, from Cape May Courthouse, New Jersey, we have Local Exposure. Local Exposure is a 4.9% New Jersey Pilsner. So what they mean by New Jersey Pilsner is New Jersey ingredients, New Jersey grains, New Jersey hops, New Jersey ingredients. It's not just a random tagline that they're putting on there. They're using all New Jersey ingredients. This Stratosphere right here is the brewery I was just at. And they had a very good rye IPA that they were pouring. Had one of those and a very good New Zealand style Pilsner. Really enjoyed both of those. Yeah, I'm going to be spending a little bit more time there between there and Spellbound, just, because it's February. I go to that town a lot for the wrestling shows. So, I'm going to be enjoying a lot of what they have to offer in the near future. Yeah, so let's get into this one. All right. No need to get a light behind it. You can see it's got a little transparency to it. About the color you would expect for a Pilsner on the nose. Picking up that sweet breadiness that you would expect. Not getting much else. Let's give it a try. Very sweet and bready up front, a little bit sweeter than your typical Pilsner. The back end bitterness doesn't really do enough to balance it out. It's there, but it's not. The front end sweetness kind of sticks with you a little bit longer than with most Pilsners, and that back end bitterness doesn't really do enough to dry it out. Very easy drinking. Yeah, the bready sweetness on the front end, it's not overpowering. It's just more than your typical Pilsner. And like I said, the back end bitterness doesn't do enough to really balance it out in the finish. Um, with a anything with high bitterness, or the potential for high bitterness, anything that allows for that, any style, sorry, with any style that allows for more bitterness, the goal is you want to have, as a brewer, as someone who's making the beer, you want to have a lot more back end bitterness so that it dries you out and keeps people coming back for another sip and another sip. This one doesn't accomplish that. This one is very sweet up front, and like I said, let me get another sip here. Yeah, that back end bitterness doesn't do enough to dry you out, and it doesn't balance it out any in the finish. It just stays sweet throughout. Um, very light, very easy drinking. Was it 4.9? Yeah, right about, what you would expect your average pilsner to be, between between like 4.5 and 6. Uh, Actually, not even 6. I don't think I've come across too many that high. Between like 4.5, 5.5, maybe up to 5.8 is the highest I've seen. Anyway, um, yeah, this one. I mean, the flavor's great. The flavor's great. That sweet breadiness up front, and then the slight bitterness. It all comes together very nicely, but it could come together a lot better. Like I said, it's just not bitter enough on the back end to balance it out and to dry you out in the finish. This isn't usually where I have the camera. That's why I'm all off centered here. Yeah, very light on the palate, very easy drinking. Um, I mean, the flavor's fine. You know what I mean? It's fine. It just, like I said, again, just doesn't do enough to balance itself out on the back end. And, I've come to expect, I like a lot of Italian Pilsners and New Zealand Pilsners and West Coast Pilsners, and all of them have a very bitter finish. Maybe it's just a style preference, but honestly, like, this one comes off a little bit sweeter than most Pilsners and not quite as bitter on the back end. How many times am I going to say that? If you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm and it makes me smile. While you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks Beer and I'm on Instagram and YouTube. And while you're at that, why don't you give my other channel a follow? BJ and DG Talks Wrestling. We're on Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And if you're a wrestling fan or if you just can't get enough of me, go ahead and check it out. There's plenty of content there. Rating. Oh man, this is a tough one because while I'm enjoying it, I've kind of become accustomed to a certain style of Pilsner. And this, while it's on the edge of what I like, it's not quite that. Of course, rating is always personal taste. I'm going to give this one a 3.5 out of 5. A little less sweetness up front and a little more bitterness on the back end, and this one will be great. As it is, comes together very nicely. Just, falls a little bit short of 4. Uh, Definitely gonna, yeah, 3.5 out of 5. I forgot to do my typical plugs, so I'm going to do that, or not all of them, but if you've had this one or anything from Obscura, why don't you go ahead and leave a little something? Blah, blah, blah. If you've had this one or anything else from Obscura, why don't you go ahead and leave a little something in the comments and tell me what you thought about it. This one sounds good, sounds interesting. Maybe it's something you might want to try. Maybe you have some questions. Why don't you go ahead and leave them in the comments? If you would like to find this one, you can find this one at Joe Canals in Marlton. And I already did the rating. I haven't done this in so long. I'm so like, it's been what, 2 weeks? I've done like one since last year. I've done 2 streams. Yeah, 2 streams since last year. Crazy. If you haven't had anything from Obscura, I definitely recommend you check out some of what they do. You will not be disappointed. In my experience, their strong point has been their New England style IPAs. All of those that I've tried have been very good. That banana pale ale was a little weird. I don't know. I'd like to give that another try at some point, but yeah, that one was a little weird. But yeah, this is pretty good stuff. But if you're an IPA fan, I feel like that's their bread and butter. And hopefully, maybe one of these days, I will get out to the brewery in Cape May Courthouse, New Jersey. But yeah, until then, all I have is whatever cans make it out my way. So yeah, as far as this goes, I'm enjoying it, but it's not blowing me away. That's all I've got for this time. Until next time. Cheers. But stay right there, everybody. Apparently, I'm gonna drink some stuff and clear out my fridge. So I think probably gonna go with the THC beverage next. Don't know what, but know there's plenty in there. Oh my god, I have another non-alcoholic THC infused beer. And I don't know if I'm gonna get to that tonight. I might save it for next week, but if you've seen any of my attempts at drinking those in the past, let's just say I could never get even close to finishing them. Like non-alcoholic beer is, it's not that it's horrible, but like it's not enjoyable or satisfying. And so it was like bad non-alcoholic beer infused with not enough THC to make it worth it. I don't even remember, triple something. I don't know. There was that brand. There's a few brands. There was a handful. But now I have another one, and I'm not going to drink that tonight. I want to probably drink things I'm going to enjoy tonight, and not things I'm. Yeah, I don't want it to end like my stream. I don't know if it was a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I don't know, but I had a THC infused beverage that just didn't have any information on it. I just got really frustrated and didn't end up drinking it. So I don't want that to happen again. But I am going to take another couple of sips of this and go ahead and grab myself a THC infused beverage. Love this can art too. This one is a little different than their typical can art. There's a little more to it. Usually it's just like a design, a pattern. Yeah, but this, and also like, I don't know if I can get close enough to show you. It's kind of like textured. It's like got like some grittiness to it. It's not just smooth, which for some reason I don't know what the appeal is, but it always feels good in the hand holding something with a little bit of texture instead of like a paper label glued on. Anyway, gonna throw on some tunes and go ahead and set up for round 2, whatever it is. I'm thinking this will maybe I'll bang out 4 tonight. this being number one. I don't want to drink too much more alcohol. I've had a few beers over the course of the day, but I'm willing to do like one more and two more THC beverages. So stick around. I'm going to throw some tunes on, and I will be right back. Yeah. All right. So this next one didn't peel off the sticker here, but this next one is from Uma. It is a strawberry mojito infused with 25 milligrams of Delta 9 THC. Zero proof, 25 calories, only 6 grams of sugar all added. Peel off the sticker here. This one sounds interesting. I don't think it's carbonated, and if it is, well, that's not going to be fun for me. Oh man, these stickers are not peeling off. There we go. I was coming at it from the wrong side. There we go. All right. Whoa. Why do I have an alarm set for 12:19? There we go. All right. Well, that was weird. Did I think I meant to set an alarm for 12:19 p.m. That's totally what happened. All right. I'm an idiot. Why am I putting that back in my pocket? Woo! All right. Yeah. So, like I said, this one is from Uma. It is a strawberry mojito infused with 25 milligrams of THC. Anything fun to read? Ooh, there is. Meet Uma, the new way to cocktail. Our all-natural sparkling mojito is crafted sparkling, so it is carbonated. So, hope this doesn't explode on me. I've been throwing it around. I haven't been throwing it around. Meet Uma, the new way to cocktail. Our all-natural sparkling mojito is crafted with real fruit and hemp-derived THC to give you a full-spectrum buzz with none of the fuzz. Drink slowly to find your perfect level of ooh, just a bunch of O's. Real fruit, low sugar, hangover free. Scan to learn more. I've learned enough. Let's go. Not very carbonated. Let me get a light behind this. This is. Oh, the aroma's jumping out of the glass already. Yeah, I'll get a light behind this. Like, I barely see any bubbles. Not quite sparkling. Um, that might be a canning issue. I don't know. But hope the flavor's all right. On the nose? Yeah. Strawberry bursting out of the glass. Uh, that's subtle. Actually, the mint isn't even really that subtle. Like, I mean, it's not like in your face, but like it's definitely more than other mojito beverages that I've had. And I've never actually had a mojito. I've only had THC infused non-alcoholic mojito beverages. I'm not a liquor guy. But yeah, let's give it a try. Okay. The mint could be a little more aggressive, but it's definitely more. There we go. It's definitely more aggressive than other THC infused mojito inspired beverages that I've had. Um, yeah, this one is delicious. The strawberry and the mint. I wouldn't have thought they would blend together as well as they do, but really, they come together. Why is this off screen? Really, they come together very nicely. I'm I'll I'll do better next time. I promise. I've had some beers. It's been a long day. Um, oh yeah, super crushable. Um, let me get a look at the ingredients here because I'm definitely very deep down in there. I'm getting a hint of something that's leaving some kind of aftertaste. So let me. We got filtered water, organic cane sugar, second, strawberry juice concentrate, lime juice concentrate. Not picking up the lime much. Natural flavors, that's the big question mark. Lime extract, okay. Star anise extract. I don't know what that's supposed to taste like. Hemp extract, mint extract, stevia. There it is. It's the stevia that I'm tasting. Any of this stuff, and it just kind of like it makes something that would otherwise be great. Just it's all right. Super crushable. I mean, the flavor is great until you get that stevia aftertaste. I would say though, like 90% of the way throughout the sip, the flavor is great, and then you get to the aftertaste, and the mint isn't strong enough to cover up that stevia bitterness. um, I got a burp. Oh my god! It only came like half out. That's all right. Quality stream right here. Yeah, I mean, flavor wise, if they didn't have that stevia in there, I think I would really just absolutely love this one. Uh, less stevia, more mint, and this one is money. But as it is, yeah, it's that stevia aftertaste is definitely ruining it for me. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Obviously, I would prefer it uncarbonated. I think the only thing that should be carbonated is soda and beer, and anything else should be flat. but people like the carbonation. They like the seltzer water. They like, people like what they like. And I feel like it's kind of one of the negative things about this one, and there aren't many. Flavor wise, the intensity's there. The flavor's good, but it's just that little stevia aftertaste, in on the back end and in the finish, that like stays with you. That like it's just that just unpleasant bitterness in an otherwise delicious drink. Oh, come on. There it is. Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah. If you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm and it makes me smile. And while you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks Beer, and I'm on Instagram and YouTube. While you're at it, why don't you give my other channel a follow? BJ and DG Talk Wrestling on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. We're a wrestling talk channel. We do a live stream every week where we talk about what's going on in the world of wrestling. And then we do a live stream every week where we talk about what's going on in our little neck of the woods in South Jersey. We have a lot of local wrestlers, local athletes on. We do a lot of interviews. And I don't know, if you're not watching it, you're doing yourself a disservice, whether you're a wrestling fan or not. You've had this one or anything else from Uma, why don't you go ahead and leave a little something in the comments and tell me what you thought about it. This one sounds good, sounds interesting, maybe it's something you might want to try, maybe you got some questions. Why don't you go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you would like to find this one, I don't think it's around anymore. It's not at Joking House in Marlton, and with the upcoming regulations, I don't know if it will be available. So yeah, sorry about that. Rating. I mean, the sweetness is right where it should be. The mint is a little. The strawberry is great. That aspect of it's fine. The lime I'm not really noticing, but the lime you're not really going to notice much. It's just going to be more so in the background. The mint should be a little more intense. And get rid of the stevia, and it's great. But as it is, I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5. A lot of potential here with a couple tweaks. Don't know if those tweaks are ever going to happen. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world of THC beverages, but yeah, a few tweaks in this one would be amazing. If the strawberry was a little more bright, if the lime was a little more present, if the mint was a little more intense, and if you took away the artificial sweetener, I would drink this all the time. As it is 3 out of 5. If you haven't had anything from Uma, either have I. No, I know I have at some point. I don't know if it's been on camera or not, but yeah, check them out. That's all I've got for this time. Until next time. Cheers. But stick around. Oh, I got it. But stick around. Some more to come. Not much more to come. Some more to come. I don't know how much alcohol I can tolerate drinking for the rest of the night, and yeah. So there will be more. I am going to have another beer, and then we'll see what happens after that. I'm going to burp. I'm going to take a sip of this after that. So yeah, the wrestling show tonight was great. APP, all action-packed wrestling. At the Pro Wrestling Star Academy in Mount Holly, New Jersey. Yeah, really good show. It was a more female-oriented card. A lot of women's matches. Some really, really good talent that I haven't seen before. Unfortunately, there were some Canadian talent that were booked for the show, and they couldn't make it into the country. So that was super disappointing. And then there were some replacements that they had ready to go, and they didn't show up. So there was a lot that went wrong with this show, but it was an amazing show. There was a lot that went right. We're going to talk all about it on Tuesday. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Friday night, the SPO show. SPO shows every Friday night. They're always an amazing time. Just $10, and I'm there front row every week. I have not missed a show at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy since they opened in September, I want to say. Anyway, yeah, what did I give this one? 3.5? Yeah, that's accurate. This one, as it warms up and kind of oxidizes and flavors do their thing. Not really getting any change at all. Tastes pretty much exactly the same. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and select another beer. Sit tight. I'll throw on some tunes. And yeah, we'll keep this party rolling here. I know I just looked at the selection, the review selection, but I literally have no idea what's in there right now that I'm going to feel like drinking. I kind of want something dark. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be a night ender, and that's what I need right now. I have a big, ridiculous IPA to drink, so I'm going to burp soon. Maybe? Yeah. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw some tunes on, and I'm going to get set up. Let's go. I really hope the next time Spotify updates, they have a fade out music option. Yeah. Between, I'm already realizing between this and the rest of that, yeah, I might make an hour. I doubt it. Uh, so this one is from Magnify in collaboration with Icarus, and it's called New Digs. And it's called New Digs because both of these breweries just opened up second locations in New Jersey. And this is a collaboration to celebrate them both having a second location. It is a 8.4% Imperial IPA. I'll give you a look at the can here. And nothing to read. Nope, nothing to read. This one was canned by Magnify in Fairfield, New Jersey, and I'm sorry, not canned by, but distributed by Magnify from Fairfield, New Jersey, and Medford, New Jersey. Uh, there. Already, I haven't even really gotten too close to the beer, and I'm getting that like orange juice aroma. Let's get a light behind it. You can see it's hazy, but you can't see how hazy. Did the light even come on? No. Oh, I missed the icon. There we go. Oh yeah, super hazy. No seeing through that. You can. The light isn't even really penetrating. Yeah, no, that's super hazy. This one, and judging by history of both Magnify and Icarus and everything I've tried, it's gonna blah, blah, this one is gonna be nice and thick and chunky and citrusy. But we'll see. On the nose, yeah, orange juice. It's definitely copious amounts of citra. Um, and if not citra, something similar. I mean, it's orange juice. Um, and even through that, I'm picking up a lot of bitterness and maybe even a little booziness in the aroma. Oh yeah, let's give it a try. Honestly, this is exactly what I expected. Like it's okay. So it's not super bright up front. Not a lot of sweetness to it. You get your citrusy notes. You get maybe a little bit of tropical, maybe pineapple, but super earthy, super dank, and a little bit of booziness too. Yeah, notes of orange, pineapple, mango. Um, Yeah, not a lot of sweetness, like I said. Notes of orange, pineapple, mango. I'm not really picking up much else on that end of it. What I am picking up though is that back end dankness. Super earthy, slightly boozy, not very outright bitter, but definitely what is it? The perceived bitterness is probably more so than the IBU. Uh Actually super curious what the IBU is because they don't tell you that. I don't know if I mentioned this one's 8.4%. I'm sure I mentioned that. I'm not going to look this up right now. Yeah, IBU and perceived bitterness. I mean, with something like this could be literally like 40, 50 IBUs, but I'm getting like 70, 80. And it could just be it's 8.4. It's that booziness. I haven't had anything strong lately, especially I just had a month without drinking, and then I've had nothing but pilsners for the most part in the last week. Um, so I haven't had really anything that's strong. So maybe it's just that, but I'm sure at 8.4%, it's there is going to be some booziness peeking out. I should burp first. All right, there we go. Yeah, very light on the palate. The sip, I mean, you don't get too much sweetness up front, but the citrusy notes, and the hint of sweetness, uh, not quite bright, just sweet, just subtly sweet. Um, you get through that, and then you just get hit with that dankness and just earthiness and a little bit of booziness. I think all this stuff's starting to kick in. Yeah, definitely nice and thick and chunky. Not literally, but as far as liquid goes, um, no sediment or anything. But it's heavily oded, heavy liquid. The aftertaste, like hoppy orange juice, like bitter orange juice. Um, I gotta say right now, I've had way better from both Magnify and Icarus. I, and I get it. Like this is it's a collab. It's just something they're just kind of maybe throwing out there. Um, but yeah, when you look at Magnify and Main Event, and then like Icarus and Yacht Juice, or even Drinking Crayons, both, sorry, all three of those that I just mentioned in their own way are amazing, absolutely amazing. But I would never call this one amazing. It's okay. It's good. It's good. It's good. Oh, that snuck out. I didn't know that was going to happen. Um, so yeah, plugs, plugs, plugs. I'm not doing all the plugs. I'm getting impatient. Um, I'm just going to skip straight to rating. It kind of breaks my heart a little bit to give this rating because I think way more highly of both of these breweries than this rating reflects. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's just good. Nothing spectacular about this one. It's the dankness, the earthiness on the back end is a little too much when you have no sweetness up front. Sure, there's like citrusy notes, but not a lot of sweetness. And yeah, it's super disappointing because Yacht Juice and Drinking Crowns are two of the most amazing IPAs I've ever had. And Main Event is just an IPA, an IPA I could drink every day. And this one is something I would not buy. I know Icarus is pretty much an IPA brewery. Um, I know they do other stuff, but their bread and butter is their IPAs. Magnify, I know a lot of people like their dark stuff. I know a lot of people like their sours and everything. So their IPAs, I mean, they have a like a it's more spread out with Magnify. Like Icarus, at least from personal experience, like being a beer buyer at a liquor store, like I brought in other styles from them, and they sat on the shelf for almost a year. Um, so yeah, Icarus, I would say primarily people want their IPAs, but with Magnify, it's like they hit a lot of different corners of the beer. Well, I know I love Refresh Pilsner. That is fantastic stuff. Um, no, I don't have another one in the fridge. I'm disappointed now. But yeah, pretty disappointing for breweries that I expect better from. Yeah, yeah, and who am I, to to judge and everything? But at the same time, I am not only a consumer, but I'm a beer buyer at a liquor store, so it's kind of like uh, the influence there. What am I saying? Like, there's a lot of people who come into my store and they're like, "Hey, what do you got for me?" And I know people's tastes, and yeah, I get a lot of like, "Oh, like everything you've ever suggested has been everything I wanted." Maybe they aren't the words that people used, but close enough. But but you know, I don't know. I couldn't see myself drinking this one. Like, I couldn't see myself buying a 4 pack. Uh, I don't know. I forget what I was talking about a minute ago. Yeah, all this stuff's starting to kick in now. I drank a 50 milligram earlier. I had like 5, 6 beers over the course of the 7, 8. I don't know, man. It's been a long day. Uh, I rated this, right? Yeah, yeah, totally did. Yeah, it's disappointing. I expect more from these two breweries, especially like doing a collab. And I'm sure like the price tag on a 4 pack for this is like $20 plus. So, you know, super disappointing. I guess you guys can tell I'm starting to get a little tired. I'm starting to fade a little bit. Well, I'm in it to win it. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna try to finish what I have in front of me here. Um, that's a lot of liquid. All right, I guess I got to go with Pilsner first. So, coming soon. I don't. Okay. What is my next stream? When can I do a stream again? Maybe next Saturday. I think I made like tentative plans to hit a brewery earlier today, next Saturday, but maybe Saturday afternoon. I don't know. Um, but I can actually give you a preview of things to come on BJ Drinks Beer. I can show you some of these samples that have been burning a hole in my fridge because I couldn't drink them for a month and haven't really felt like being on camera this past week. So I have a lot to drink. I can show you. I can show you a few, maybe. Some of them I'm really excited to try. Some of them I don't even know what it is, and I really don't care about. Uh, there's even ones like that I forgot about that are like in areas that I don't usually keep sample beers and like review beers that are just like, oh yeah, I forgot I have that. Like there's like stuff behind like the recreational beers that I just put because that was the space. Um, yeah, so there's like a bunch of Mudhen that like I keep forgetting about. Yeah. Um, I might I might get motivated to open up the fridge and show you what's lurking in there. Or I could just go over there and read it all. I don't know. Yeah, man, this is kind of disappointing because I've enjoyed everything I've had from them so far, but it's been all the same style and then that one weird one. Um, and this, like, I think I like the weird one a little better than I like this one, although I would have to go back and see what I rated it. But yeah, man, this is like I drink a lot of pilsners nowadays, and this is like I hate to say it, this is the worst pilsner I've had in a while, but it's not that bad. It's just too sweet up front and not bitter enough in the back end. I can't finish this. All right, so let's trash this. Just kidding. Um, I'm already like picturing the flavor in my head, and I'm like not enjoying it in advance. Uh, I really thought that this one would be amazing. It's two of the best, two of the top 10 IPA breweries in South Jersey, and this is not a top 10 collab Imperial IPA here. This reminds me of yeah, no, still the same. It reminds me of so many other things. Like this is not unique. Like I've come across this same thing plenty of times. Um, was there maybe? I feel like maybe there was something from other half. Oh my god, this reminds me of. This is gonna make me sound okay. This reminds me of Treehouse, and people are gonna be like, "What are you talking about, Treehouse?" Blah, blah, blah. I didn't like a lot of the IPAs I had from Treehouse, and this reminds me a lot of not Green, one of the IPAs I had from Treehouse. This reminds me a lot of, and I wasn't a fan of Treehouse's IPAs when I had them, everything else I had from Treehouse was amazing, but their IPAs just didn't do it for me. I mean, we have Tonewood down here. I'm gonna break this stem one of these days, and I just hope it's on camera. It's such it feels like such a fragile glass because this holds 16 ounces, but the stem is so like dainty. I don't know. That, and I feel like I'm just gonna slam it down too hard one of these days. I don't know. I shouldn't worry about it. I'm like spill free this year, I think. Yeah, I don't think I'm spill free on cam this year on both of my channels. And I haven't made any guest appearances this year, but yeah, spill free. What? Think I happen? All right, this is ridiculous. I got to get out of here. Um, everybody have a wonderful night. I'm not going to give you a preview of what's to come. I will do that on social media. But yeah, I will. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming again for this channel, but I should be. Now I'm getting ideas. But I should be able to fit it in next Saturday at some point. I'm not, for the first time in 6 weeks, I believe, I'm not going to a wrestling show on a Saturday night. Oh, hold on. It was, all right, GCW last week, PWU, Mawa. It was like 5 or 6 weeks in a row. I can't remember it all right now, but yeah, so I have a Saturday night and I'm not going to be at a wrestling show, and it feels good. Um, yeah, so I'm going to figure all that out in the next week. But stay tuned to the channel. You might see some reviews pop up. In fact, oh, I had a comment. Let me see that. What's up, Ronnie? Yeah, stay tuned. I might, feel like editing and post some independent reviews. I haven't done that in a while, so that might happen. But we'll definitely be doing a live stream at some point next Saturday, maybe Sunday afternoon. And yeah, until then, everybody, be good to each other. Why, thank you. Everybody be good to each other. Uh, as the sirens roll by. Yeah, everybody be good to each other. Take care of each other, and have an amazing week. I'll see you all when I see y'all. Peace.